Hey, how's it going? Brian asked me to pretty much talk about real quick on what makes a good EMS leader or a supervisor. A couple topics, bullet points that I wanted to just go over real quick. With a leader, one of the things that you have to really keep in mind is time management as far as prioritizing. When you're training new people, as far as leading and even people that've been in the field, you want to be able to make sure that their needs are fulfilled, but at the same time also have responsibility to the company, responsibility to the crews, making sure your scheduling is done, making sure any issues on the truck are done and taken care of in a timely manner. It's a multi-headed thing that you have to do. You've got, in our system, we've got 16 different trucks, 32 different people, 32 different personalities. You have a potential to have 32 different columns on a 24-hour shift, and you've got to be able to bounce back from one person to one truck to another truck, issues with a hospital that may need to be taken care of. It's an ongoing list, and you have to be able to manage that as well as keep a good amount of professionalism, not only to the people that are outside of the company, but as well as to your crews, and making sure everybody's happy. Also being able to have an insight on yourself, staying level under pressure, being able to constantly learn. You're always going to learn something new on the job, whether you've been working alongside somebody who's been here 15 years, who's been here for a month. Everybody brings something to the table, so you have to keep that open mind and being able to respect everybody's different way of doing things, but also take it in as well as your own way of doing things, and looking to try something new and looking to maybe try something a little bit different, and it may have a better outcome. For me, that's pretty much on the topics that I was going to cover that makes a good manager, a good EMS lead, supervisor, etc. I hope that this information you can kind of take with you and apply it to your system.
How do you feel about, as a supervisor, being able to take, being personal with the crews, being friends, yet still having that authority over them?
It's very important to be able to maintain that professionalism. In this job, as a supervisor lead, you're not always going to be everybody's friend. You're going to be able to, you got to have that good relationship with your crews. You got to be a man of the people, but at the same time, you've got a job that you've got to take care of. You've got yourself, your responsibilities that you have to take care of. At the end of the day, make sure everyone goes home safe, but at the same time, you're working for a company. You've got to be able to have those responsibilities to that company as well. The same thing when it comes down to discipline. If any disciplinary actions, training, any of that kind of thing, that's where that makes a difference between an EMS lead and somebody who's just a friend to the other crews. You have to be able to make them happy, but they also need to understand that at the end of the day, you're still their lead, you're still their kind of higher up, and you have to be able to separate that and be able to still keep that professionalism when it comes to anything of that sort.
Well said, brother.